The Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 is specifically designed to prioritize affordability, efficiency, and performance. It offers a compelling option for those who want a high-performing smartphone with less money. It is built on the same TSMC 4nm process node as the flagship Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, ensuring both efficiency and performance. Connectivity is also a crucial aspect, and the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 doesn't disappoint. With Qualcomm Fast Connect 7800 system, it delivers reliable and seamless connectivity features. Whether it is Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, or Bluetooth LE audio, you can count on this chipset to keep you connected without any hiccups. However, there are a couple of drawbacks to consider. The Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 is a trimmed-down version of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and positioned as a more cost-effective option. This chipset features a reduced CPU configuration compared to its flagship counterpart, with an underclocked CPU and one less high-performance CPU core. While it shares the same 4nm process node from TSMC as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. The specific CPU configuration of the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 includes one Prime Cortex-X4 CPU core clocked at 3 GHz, 4 Cortex-A720 CPU cores clocked at 2.8 GHz, and 3 Cortex-A520 CPU cores clocked at 2 GHz. The implication of this reduced CPU configuration on the value proposition of the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 are somewhat noticeable. The chipset's lower CPU and GPU performance, slightly slower RAM, and slower 5G modem compared to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 indicate a trade-off in processing power and certain features. For instance, the Adreno 735 GPU in the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 is less powerful than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 Adreno 750 GPU and lacks support for ray tracing effects in games. Additionally, the RAM is underclocked, and the new chip supports up to 24GB LPDDR5X DRAM at 4200 MHz, which is 600 MHz lower than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. It is worth noting that the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 features the Snapdragon X70 5G modem, which offers a peak download speed of up to 5 GB per second. This is slightly lower than the Snapdragon X75 modem found in the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which can achieve a peak download speed of up to 10 GB per second, while the upload speed remains the same on both modems. The Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 may have slightly slower 5G connectivity compared to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. It is important to assess your specific needs and usage pattern. If you primarily use your smartphone for basic tasks like web browsing, social media, and messaging, the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 chipset is more than enough in providing a satisfactory user experience. It may not handle resource-intensive tasks or gaming as smoothly as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, but for everyday use, the difference in performance may be minimal. Additionally, the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 chipset could be suitable for individuals who prioritize battery life and efficiency. With a slightly underclocked CPU and an older integrated modem, it may consume less power compared to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset, resulting in longer battery life.